Good afternoon. My name is David Parker, and today I will go through my recommendations to Dognition to increase the number of users and tests that are completed within the application, coming from a business need that Dognition has requested for us to increase or provide recommendations to increase the number of tests completed in an attempt to gather more data for research. The SMART goal for this is to identify high usage areas within the World of Dognition program and offer key demographics to apply targeted marketing strategies to increase the number of tests completed by 10% beginning the fourth quarter of 2016. I used in my considerations and analysis user and dog location, member type, and participation census data, statistics from the American Veterinary Medical Association. It's clearly obvious when we do our groupings of data that our highest population of users is within the United States. The second up is the not available. This is concerning because it's a fairly high population, 5,700 folks with 39,000 and change tests completed that we do not have their locations. So I believe Dognition should either make this data mandatory on the user's profile or even use IP information. This will provide us with the much needed information to locate our customers for targeted marketing campaigns. So our focus using this information will continue to do an analysis in the US only. Future enhancements or even new websites should possibly be looked at after Dognition matures and create different websites for certain different types of countries. So, we speak English in the United States. Canada speaks English, but they have a pretty large French speaking. So, going to French website, Chinese version website would be a pretty cool potential project in the future. So, looking into the United States market, we clearly see here using this heat map that California is the number one state. But if we want to get clarity, we just go down here with the top states, and here I have the filter set to 5. We can change that if we want to, but we're looking at the top 5 states: California, North Carolina, New York, Texas, and Florida. And this is looking at the information for all regions put together. We can always carve it up and just look at the Northeast only. We see New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Maryland. So bringing it back up here, we can also drill down into specific states, and then if we have a specific state, we can then go down into the particular city and look at the given data. If we really want to get into some drill downs about what our customer footprint looks like. So looking at the state of New York, for example, obviously in the Northeast, it's the state of New York, we have 650 dog owners, of which they own 690 dogs, and they completed 7,389 tests. This potential customer utilization is a calculation used using the state's estimated population from the Census Bureau, multiplied by the estimated percentage of dog ownership in each state or within the country, and the American Veterinary Medical Association gave an estimate of 35% of each state will own a dog. So multiplying those two together will give you your estimated potential. I'm sorry, your estimated potential customer base within a state. And then what we do is we divide the number of users within that number, and that gives you the ratio. So using that, we have a pretty interesting thing. North Carolina comes in at third place behind District of Columbia and Vermont. And I think a reason for that is because the headquarters for Dognition is actually in Durham, North Carolina. So I think there needs to be some emphasis put within North Carolina, obviously, because that's their home base. So encourage the population to go through the program, by having local events for both the dogs and their owners to kind of just have a different change of pace rather than just at their house. They can be with the other Dognition users and other dogs that are going through the whole program. Be a little bit more collaborative, working with local veterinarians and even building relationships with local animal shelters where the staff can go through this exercises with the dogs that are located at the facilities. I would think, I mean, I'm not a dog, but if I was in a shelter, I think I'd be kind of bummed out, and I think maybe this might have a positive impact on the way their way of life, and make have them happy. And it's a win-win, and we'll get some more data. Um, and we probably should offer them a free membership to go through those. So the tests by membership to kind of back up that we should have the finances to kind of loosen up the purse to pay for it. The majority of our members, our users, are a membership type of the Dognition assessment, an annual paid monthly subscription, and not free as I first thought about when I looked at the data. I thought, okay, well, a lot of people are free. No, they're paying customers. So if we were to take the top 5 states and try to work with the veterinarians and have these events and hand out flyers at the veterinarian at the vet clinics and such in these 5 key states, we can roll out to the next top 5 states. And if there's a strong correlation between the two, we believe that the causation is correlation. So in conclusion, I want to work with the local vets to hand out the Dognition flyers to the dog owners about the program and how fun the experience can be between them and their dog. Since the majority of the users are paying customers and not free users, offer the paying customers a small incentive. Kind of, get them to go through, starting with the top 5 participating states, measure its impact, and then, if successful, roll out to the next 5. And then, if it's a strong correlation, roll out nationwide. And then post actively on Instagram and Facebook from the Dognition team with interesting tips, facts, and some cute pictures and such, particularly between Friday and Monday. Most users are not working during the weekend, and they pay more attention to Facebook rather than their emails. So hopefully, these are some things that can help increase the number of tests that are completed. I believe Dognition is a very cool concept, and I hope that they can grow in the future. Thank you so much for your time.